Hey folks, this is Vagrant. Welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. In the last video, we finished off the Hissing Wastes, we took down our final dragon, and then we spent quite literally 30-40 minutes working on our gear, but me, Varric, Dorian and Blackwall are all now locked and loaded and ready to go. I'm just going to have a little chat with Bull.
Man, those serving girls are frisky.
Curses.
See you later, Bull.
One day he'll talk to me. One day he'll talk to me. Right, but he's not talking to me now. So the last thing we need to do before we head on to the final zone is we need to go and get one more set of shards. Because if you have a little look at our shards... Dun 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 dun. 4 to go. Dun dun. Yeah, they're all done. Except the coast. So, we need to go to the Storm Coast and we need to find out where the heck those shards are. I can't have those being the only ones we don't have. Storm Coast. Again, you can't see ocularums on the map, so how am I meant to know where to go? I think we may require cheating once again. Let me back to the old crew. Get to see them in their new drip, as the kids say. Probably might be a bit outdated by now. Greetings, I go by Jennifer. I'm sure you do. I'm the public relations manager for Sony Corporation. We are fans of your activity on YouTube and value the outstanding standard of your material and your ability to connect with and uplift your viewers. I don't know whether, like, there are people out there who send emails like that and it's true, but there's something in the way that they word that I just think, no, you're a scammer. Oh, whoops. I wonder how many legit emails I've ignored because I thought, nah, I don't know if I trust it. Can I hear... Wait, one sec. Ma? Just couldn't hear anything. It was freaking me out. Okay, Varric, what would you like, buddy? Working on this one, aren't we? Hook and tackle. Why not? Live the dream. Blackwall. Turn the ball. Damage reduction. Ranged damage. 50% ranged damage reduction from the front is kind of bonkers. It must be said. Kind of bonkers. Storm Coast map. Bear with me, folks. As professional as you have come to expect, I'm sure. Right, I've got an Ocularum map. Just going to click the right button. I'm going to download that. Download image. Download. There we go. Source, google.com. I don't think that's true, but whatever. I mean, technically, I suppose. Okay, so. There is an Ocularum over there on the island. Over here somewhere. There's one over here. There's one down here. And there's one... And yeah, if I had to guess, this will be the one that I've missed. There's one down here. So there's only 4. And I've been in the area where they all are. So... That's actually not great. It means we do have to go check them. There's really not an alternative to that. So let's go check number 1, I suppose, which would be just west of the entrance area. It's the last thing we need to do on the wider world map. We need to extend it out as long as... Oh, right, let's check everyone out. Everyone's looking pretty sweet. The armor's a bit flashy for Blackwall. I don't know if he would actually wear that, but he does look like a gladiator. Dorian, in the white, actually looks fantastic. And Varric, well, I did the best I could with the armor. Everyone looks like their class a little bit more. Varric looks a little bit hardy for a rogue for my liking, but yeah, I'm pretty happy. I think Dorian rocks the right. I feel like Dorian would wear that. You know what I mean? I feel like it suits him. No, you bloody don't. I feel like it suits his personality.
Darkspawn above ground. Just what we needed. Kirkwall was filled with refugees during the Blight, trying to flee the chaos back in Ferelden.
What am I looting? Right, this one already done, right? I'm sorry, what does 0 out of 0 mean in this context? What? Does that mean I've already found them? That must mean I've already found them. Okay, it's not that one. Is it this one? Let's go find out. There's nothing. There's just no alternative to this, as far as I can. Well, actually, actually, there might be. Oh, there is. Oh, I know which one it is. this is the final Ocularum in the game. Unless there's some secret shards. I can't imagine the shards. No, this has got to be it. This has got to be it. Where are we? Shard me up, Papa. Shard me up. There's uno, dos. Show me tres. Show me tres. Why don't you show me tres? Tres? Over there, yeah. Freaking miles away. Come on, number 4. Come on, Quattro. Cante. Fia. 4. Do you reckon it's because I'm European that I lean towards French, German, and Spanish? If you're American, right, for us, French, German, and Spanish were the big 3 languages you could learn in school. I would say Spanish actually even less than the other 2. French and German were my only 2 options when it came to a language. And because I was on like I wouldn't necessarily have done a language, but because I was on the fancy smart boy track, we got forced. Basically, we got split into 3 tiers: tier 1, 2, and 3. Most people, the vast majority of people, were tier 2. The vast majority, like 80%. And then the top 10%, we went in tier 1, and the bottom 10% went in tier 3, which I always thought was mean. Like, I think if you were tier 2, you'd probably feel fine, and if you were tier 1, I mean, I had problems with tier 1 even back then. But I think it's saying, no, you're tier 3, you're stupider than most of the other people, I thought was a little ridiculous. And it got framed differently, obviously. It got framed more like, they were the people who ended up doing more of the physical stuff. They do like woodworking and that kind of jazz, right? They would do more, or something more like a trade. And at the end of the day, most tradies make more money than most people in Route 1, I'm pretty sure. But that's why they were. That's how it ended up anyway. Anyways, so I was Route 1 because I was a bright kid. What can I say? And but we in Route 1 got like in Route 2 you got to choose most of your subjects, and in Route 1 you got forced into most of your subjects. You had to do a language. Route 2 didn't have to do a language. Route 1 had to. So I picked German because I was already pretty good at German, and I always kind of bounced off French, but me and German got on pretty well. And I really liked my German teacher until he died. You had to also do double English. I don't know what it's like in all schools, but most of places over here, at least, English is split into 2. It's split into language and literature. And so language is more your own writing abilities. The study of languages is science, like linguistics, creative writing abilities in general, as I say. Whereas literature is studying the literature of others. It's more probably what people think of when they think of English, typically, I guess. You know, so lots of reading, lots of analysing, stuff like that. Now, I never minded literature, but I loved language. Because I just wanted to write. I just wanted to write. Like if a challenge or a question or whatever was set, and it was write this, you know, do some creative writing, I was thrilled. That was where I shined. That was my best subject. And in Path 2, you could choose language or literature. In Path 1, we had to do language and literature. And then sciences as well. We had to do all 3 sciences. You couldn't pick and choose like others could. So you had to do biology, physics, and chemistry. And I liked biology, but I was not a big fan of the other 2. Which is weird, because I really liked maths. And chemistry and physics are just maths. So it's biology. Actually, all science is mathematics at the end of the day. Well, no, what's my silly rule? All biology is chemistry, all chemistry is physics, and all physics is math. It's something like that. And that sums it up pretty well. One more to go. The final shard, hopefully. If this isn't the final shard, God knows what we're doing. But, yeah, so we have to do triple science, double English, and a language. So that's already 6 of our slots, and I think we only got 9 or 10 or something. You had to do either history or geography. You could do both, but you had to do at least one of the 2 as well. I did geography. What else did I do? We had to do PE. I had to do religious studies. That was mandatory for everyone for God knows what reason. Not that I have any issue with religious studies. My only problem with religious studies was that it's cool to learn about lots of different religions and sort of broaden your horizons in that regard. No problem with that whatsoever. But my religious studies teacher was very, very Christian. Very Catholic specifically. So there was always a little bit, I would suggest a little bit of bias in play, you know? It was never the open sort of conversation it probably should have been. I'll put a mark on there just so it's easy to find. Alright, let's go open this final door. Exciting times. And then we'll do a quick little check. Make sure we've got everything we need from all the other places, all the regions, all the... everything, basically. But this should... bloody bladder do. Bloody bladder do. Bloody bladder blue. Bloody bladder blue gets through to the end. And I think I finally remember how to actually get up there. I think we have to go left down here. There's a little staircase hidden away. Hello, fleurs. It's a Tusker, it's not a fleur. It looks like a fleur, though, doesn't it? Down this way. Down this way. There we go. Hey, guys. Yeah. If someone offered you the opportunity to go back all the way to high school, let's say, if someone offered you the opportunity to go back and be, this doesn't work for those of you who are still quite young, but if you could go back and be like 15 again, with all the knowledge you have now, no, I don't know. See, you say with all the knowledge you have now, and it'd be too easy to just be rich, right? Because all you would have to do is buy Bitcoin. You'd be a guaranteed billionaire if all you did was go and buy Bitcoin. So that makes it a bit too obvious a question. I kind of want it to be all the knowledge you have now about the way your life would go. You know, it's kind of more like if you could go back and make choices in your educational decisions and which directions. Is this not what? Hello? Is this not the right? Oh, okay. If you could go back and like make different choices educationally and stuff, knowing what you know now, would you do so? I guess is more the pertinent question. And I personally, I'm 100% yes. Essentially, I think I would do things very, very differently this next time around. I regret every degree I chose, basically. Why I went to do linguistics in York, but all my mates went to Lancaster. Why I picked linguistics is beyond me. Jesus Christ. It wasn't what I thought it was. I just didn't do any research. I don't know what I was thinking back then. I'd also changed my haircut. Start lifting a lot earlier. But that's not less educational stuff. I guess the rule is more, you can go back and you know what you know now, but you can't use that to abuse like a monetary system. I guess evens it up a little bit more. I always think it's an interesting question in a way, because it's do you have regrets? Would you change things up with a second go? But the sort of the only issue with it is, let's see what we get here first. Come on. Essence. Okay, rubbish. Cool. Oh, a bit of fire resist. There we go, folks. The final door opened.
There's one door left in the main hall.
Oh, wait. I wonder if there is more shards then. The big main door. That'd be interesting. The one that I just bashed my head up against a second ago. That one. Anyways, I think to an extent, right, that all sounds really promising. You'd go back, you'd make better decisions, maybe your life ends up in a better place. Not that I'm sad with where my life is, but I just think I kind of wasted my 20s, and that is one of my big regrets. It's probably my big regret in life is that I kind of wasted my 20s entirely. I'd like to have another go. I wasted the second half of my 20s, I would say, more than all of them. But anyways. But, you gotta remember, 15-year-olds are the worst people on the planet, right? You have changed a whole lot. I'm speaking for myself lower here. If you're still like barely 15, or a bit older, then maybe it's not quite the same. But people change a lot. From 15 to 20 to 25. I'd say it's not until your mid-20s that you really solidify who you are as a person. And even then, it's still always changing. So if you had to go back to 15 and be friends again with all the people that you're friends with now, but they're 15, I guarantee you would lose your goddamn mind. It would be so obnoxious. It's always... Oh, I didn't mean to take all. I never take click all. It's always just fire resistance belts and stuff like that. I just don't care. Right. Done. I'll double check. I don't think we got anything good though. No. I mean, I could give someone a lot of fire resist. I guess. Does anyone have rubbish accessories? What's yours? I like the Bellow Focus. Barrier Power, Immolate. Yeah, that's all good, I think. What's your belt? Health. 30% is a lot of fire. Like, I read it, I think, well, that sure is a lot of fire resist. But I don't see any ways better than what I've got. Now, can we open this final door? Is this door my reward for opening all the other doors, or do we need yet more shards from the final zone? Let's go find out. By the way, so I've got to imagine you would have like a little bit of an existential crisis if you had to suddenly like surround yourself with 15-year-olds and try to, and also romantically, I don't know, does your brain go back to 15? Okay, let's put it this way, better. It's better if you go back to being 15, but you have new knowledge, right? Your brain goes back to being 15 as well. You are not a 25-year-old in a 15-year-old's body, because that's got bad implications, I think. So you're 15, you're okay, but you just happen to stumble upon, or you can send a message back to yourself at 15, but then you get into like weird time shenanigans, because let's put, like, if you it has to resolve itself as a time loop, because if you could send a message back to yourself at 15, right, to do such and such, then you would have done such and such in the modern age, and therefore would not have had the need to send yourself the message. You know what I mean?
Better than you'd expect. Bloody demons.
I get really cautious when films start dealing with time shenanigans, because I think
we can win?
bloody hell, everyone just got annihilated.
Asking me to give odds on our beloved Inquisitor's success.
What would that look like? 3 to 1?
In her favor?
After CORYPHEUS pulled an archdemon out of his arse. Are you joking?
I'll take those odds.
I just want to read the thing. Stop asking this goddamn question. Look, that looks nice, doesn't
Brave
it?
man. We'll talk later.
Right. Guys, shush. Oh, I can't read it anymore. Oh, you idiots. Why is it always you three? Alright, what's our final loot? Lightning Essence, Agony Dagger. That's 329 is a lot of DPS. That's rubbish. 8% attack, 4% crit. Might be alright. Oh, this was somewhat disappointing. But I got some lucky resistance. What, 5 of them? So I think by default we now have 20% resistance to Spirit, Fire, Lightning, and Frost. Which is pretty cool. Right then, folks, with that done, slightly anticlimactically, it must be said, we're going to go clear the inventory out, and then we are we're heading off to the final bit, I suppose. See, I'm already like a little reticent. I'm already like, well, maybe I can find something else to do. Distract us for a little bit. I can't imagine this is any good, but where are you, Blackwall? Not Blackwall. Sorry. Iron Bull. His just kind of... Oh, his is terrible. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's quite an increase. I'm surprised it's got very low armor. 19 damage. What? Oh! Oh! Helmets for the Canary add damage because they change up the... It changes the face, but I think the idea is that it changes the horns. Okay, that's interesting. Sullivan Blade, do you want this? Oh, you've already got it. Agony. Probably good. It's quite a lot of damage. It's better than Walking Death. Only just. 6 of 1 really, innit? I think we are good to go. I don't think I want any of these accessories on anyone. No, I don't care about any of that. Let's see if anyone wants any of these rings. I mean, I guess you may as well have the fire resist belt because your belt sucks. Anyone else got a bad belt? Yeah, you can have the electricity resistance and an immolate ring. I don't think you even know immolate, but that's fine. You can have a... No, you're okay. Do you want a good belt? You can have a belt of fire resistance as well. So, I don't really have anything for you, I'm afraid, my dear. Alright. That is our lot. So, let's go sell some things, and then let's head off, I suppose. Oh, sort out the war table as well. There's probably a few things to turn in, though. Strange times, folks. I'm always weird when I get to, like, this is a 60-hour playthrough at the end of the day. Well, no, it's going to be like an 80-hour playthrough, if not more by the end. It's a big time commitment. I spent a lot of time with these characters. So regardless of my feelings on Inquisition, which are generally speaking positive, I want to clarify. I don't know, we'll do a proper thought through at the very... Oh, Master Fire Rune, that's interesting. We'll do a proper post-mortem at the end, obviously. But it's a lot of time spent here. It's a lot of time spent with the same characters, and you just grow attached to the world. You grow attached to the playstyle. It's all familiar. It's comforting, no matter what's going on. It's always very weird when it ends. I remember when Mass Effect 3 ended. It felt really bad. Like I played through all Mass Effect games in a row. Probably something we'll do again. I'll say that much because I really, really enjoy playing through all 3 Mass Effect games together. I'd mod it this time though. I've modded Inquisition. I'm probably going to mod Veilguard as well. But I tried to not go crazy. I tried to mod... in a way that doesn't really change content. More just, you know, quality of life changes more than anything else. Arcanus Dago was supplied with remnants of exposure, and she has done something. It's perhaps best to contain her efforts for now. Okay. Should we go towards? Oh, whatever. Mission over here. Reconciliation. Celine will conduct her business with Michelle through Colombe, who will act as a go-between. I've informed the guards she's an expected guest. Michelle's mood predictably has improved. A happy ending. That went splendidly. Naturally, these worthies of Orlais wanted nothing more than to be given everything while providing nothing in return. I set the record straight. If they want our assistance in supporting their efforts to restore the war-torn Dales, they'll need to show some deference to our agents and ensure that any troop movements and trade efforts the Inquisition makes in the Dales are given the highest priority. All it took was a bit of negotiation and a few subtle threats. They sent along some lovely gifts to show their appreciation. I mean, did they? There's nothing there. Okay, right. There's definitely some still remaining. No. Yes. Deal with Lord Basile Miron. Do you recall the last letter I sent about the new volunteers who've reported to Suladan Keep to help with our efforts? Lady Doucette, Lord of Lord Basile Miron, was one of them. We were unaware of her real identity. She came to us disguised as a villager. Unfortunately, Lord Basile has just now discovered the whereabouts of his missing daughter and has accused the Inquisition of kidnapping her. His colourful slander of the Inquisition has cast a shadow on our relations with wealthy Southern Orlesian society. Complicating matters, Lady Doucette refuses to return to her father in the gilded cage of a gentlewoman. I can't tie her up and deliver the Lord in a barrel, can I? Well, you could. Follow her heart. Lord Basile is a minor noble, and we don't care about him. Okay. Why can't we? Put her in the barrel. So Cullen wants to get rid of her. Josephine's saying we should keep her. And I think we should. It's her choice. If she wants to come and help, and that's the life she wants to live, then well, she should be able to. Mistress Poulon has been sentenced to provide relief to the people of Sarnia who suffered because of her alliance with the Templars. She's purchased supplies, but is having difficulty moving them up the river. Release from couriers. Sure. Cullen's going to get some wagons. Is that every single mission done. Other than resource ones, obviously. I think so. If there's anything else out there, I don't see it. Alright, I think we're good, folks. So I need to start clicking on these ones to get rid of them so I don't have to look at them anymore.
Let's see what we have.
Go get me some herbs, Lilian. Actually, I can click these, can't I? And why are you... Oh, it's in progress. If I click it, it should disappear. Oh, gather leather sounds quite useful. Oh, gather... Yeah, maybe the idea is that you can gather for particular... You know, we're trying to craft in the end game. Maybe we need leather, maybe we need cloth, blah, blah, blah. Ah! Right. The Inquisition is now a force to be reckoned with. Call its allies to rally their soldiers and march with the Inquisitor Trevelyan's army to the Arbor Wilds, where they will face CORYPHEUS' zealots one final time. The Inquisition must stop CORYPHEUS before the Darkspawn Magister finds a long-lost elven artifact in the wilds that allows him to enter the Fade physically and claim its power.
With an illuvion, CORYPHEUS could cross into the Fade in the flesh.
Indeed, the Inquisitor can attest that these artifacts still work if one knows how to use them.
What happens when CORYPHEUS enters the Fade?
Why, he will gain his heart's desire and take the power of a god. Or, and this is more likely, the lunatic will unleash forces that tear the world apart.
Reasons for stopping CORYPHEUS have gone from revenge to keep the world intact.
'Twas always so, was it not? The madman would bury us all.
Pardon me, but does this mean everything's lost unless we get to the Illuvian before him?
CORYPHEUS has a head start, no matter how quickly our army moves.
We should gather our allies before we march.
Can we wait for them? We should send our spies ahead to the Arbor Wilds.
Without support from the soldiers, you'd lose half of them.
Then what should we do?
You work as a team.
You overcome it. All three of you together. Josephine, have our allies send scouts to meet us in the wilds. Leliana, your fastest agents will join them. Together, we'll have enough spies to slow down CORYPHEUS' army until Cullen's soldiers arrive.
Such confidence. But the Arbor Wilds are not so kind to visitors. Old elven magic lingers in those woods.
We'd be remiss to not take advantage of your knowledge, Lady Morgan. Please, lend us your expertise.
'Tis why I came here, although it is good to see its value recognized.
Any further instructions, Inquisitor?
The Inquisition began as a handful of soldiers. Thanks to you, we're now a force that will topple a self-proclaimed god. I could ask for no finer counsel, no better guidance.
I speak for all of us when I answer. We could ask for no finer cause.
We'll hound CORYPHEUS in the wilds before he can find the temple or this illuvion.
What pride had wrought. Quite excited, actually. I'm nervous. It's strange because I'm aware that I'm sure there's a big decision on the way. It's the end of the game. It's Dragon Age. I'm gonna have to do something, aren't I? And that makes me nervous. This is exciting for me though, because you know I never played Inquisition. Well, I did, but I didn't play nearly this far. I'm quite excited to play Veilguard now as well. It's really increased my desire to play Veilguard. That said, unfortunately, Path of Exile 2 comes out today, so... And that's not a channel game. Josephine's got a bit of vampirism look to her, doesn't she? It's the eyes. She's got vampiric looking eyes. dramatic. I wonder if my exploring and going to all the optional areas
Inquisitor.
has helped.
How goes the battle, Captain?
The Red Templars fall beneath our blades, your worship. Commander Cullen says they're nearly finished.
My armor's
Our
awesome.
scouts saw CORYPHEUS traveling towards an elven ruin to the north. We can clear you a path through his armies.
Do only what you must. We need enough people for a celebration when we get back to Skyhold.
We will not fail you, my lady, no matter what comes. Andraste guide you, Inquisitor.
I hate you, but I appreciate it.
I wonder, is it Andraste your soldiers invoke during battle, or does a more immediate name come to their lips?
Another way to let people down if I falter. Thank you for the reminder.
It was not I who raised an army of faithful to storm this land, Inquisitor. But I digress. If your scouts report accurately, I believe these ruins to be the Temple of Mathal.
Which is?
A place of worship out of elven legend. If CORYPHEUS seeks it, then the Illuvian he covets lies within.
It's not really the time for fireworks,
Let
boys.
us hope we reach this temple before the entire forest is reduced to ash.
Arbor Wilds. So it is a open exploring sort of area, but I'm assuming it's going to be like Emprise du Lion, where it's largely. This is very pretty. I expected darkness and rain and war-torn. I didn't expect a beautiful natural landscape. This is not at all what I expected visually. That's Stormheart. Have I heard of Stormheart? I guess I have. It's very pretty. Very surprisingly. Maybe it's the calm before the storm. This must be a nightmare for an army.
We can lick our wounds. I wonder if CORYPHEUS
Hello.
will show.
I hope you're right about this temple, Morrigan. I could use a building or two.
Do the woods discomfort you, Pavos?
It's mostly the people trying to cut our heads off that manage that.
It would have been nice if Morrigan could come with us for the entire game. That would have been cool. I wonder if anyone's modded that in. Anyways, off we go. Oh, I've only just realised I thought my daggers were the same colour, and it's only seeing them in darkness that kind of shows they're not. Also, I need to sneeze so badly. I muted myself. Are you proud of me? I'm proud of me. Good. She better do. She's only alive because of me. You're only on the throne because of me. That's what I mean. Like, I mean that wasn't an optional mission, but has any of the optional things we've done? Because inevitably we've gained allies with our optional missions, right? I'm just curious to see whether that'll pay off in any way. Work our way down. But hold. I'm excited to play Veilguard because everyone will be less French. Everyone is so aggressively French at the moment because we spend so much time in Orlais. My only thing is, Veilguard is still updating. They keep updating bug fixes and a little bit of new content and stuff like that. So, and part of me is like, well, it's only just come out. Do I just wait a little bit before I play it? At the end of the day, you folks aren't going to see the end of this series till probably February, March. So I guess I could wait until this is nearly done before I start playing Veilguard. And that way it's got a bit more time to update in the meantime. And that's probably what I'll do, actually, now that I think about it. But I do need a big chunky game in the meantime. Good time to level up. Level 28. I can't remember. I see I've modded the game so you can level up higher. Obviously the game scales with my level, so it's not a big deal. But I can't remember. Alright, this goddamn archer. I knew it was there. I just... Come here. Come here. Come here. Can't remember what level. I think the max level by default is in the 20s. I think it's low 20s. I wonder if Alexa knows. Alexa, what's the maximum character level in Dragon Age Inquisition?
From your Barker.com. In an unmodded experience, Dragon Age Inquisition caps out at level 27 for all of your characters.
Yeah, so this level right now, the one that we just got, is the first one that's taken us above the unmodded limit. And it's not like we're getting any stronger, really. You know, you see when I'm picking abilities, I don't really think about it. And obviously the enemies are scaling up with us, right? The enemies will be level... Actually, the enemy's level 27, so maybe the enemies aren't scaling with me. Or maybe it's because they'd already spawned before I leveled.
They must be the last of those enslaved at Adamant.
Poor bastards. CORYPHEUS has them dying by the dozen.
Am I going down the river? I think so. Yeah, hopefully the next enemies we see are level 28 and it's leveled up with me. Am I going down here? I think so. I'm just trying to see if there's an easy... Oh, whatever. Yeah, right, okay. It didn't feel right. But I'm not sure where I go. This way? Yes, this way. This makes more sense than flinging myself. The game would never expect me to fling myself off a waterfall. And yet... But yeah, in theory, the game shouldn't be any easier. If anything, the game probably gets harder because I keep picking up worse and worse skills as I level, you know? Yeah, level 28, so... Yeah. Probably does make the game harder, long term. But, from my perspective, I don't like hitting max level in games. You know, it's... XP's a nice little incentive. It's just a nice little boon as you go through, something new to click on every now and again. You know, I didn't want to leave it behind. So, but it's interesting that only now would we have got past it. So we would before this. So basically, they've timed it really well. That if you do all the extra content, because I've done everything in the game basically. You get to level 27 just before the final mission, basically, which is basically how it should be, right? That's basically perfect. I've said basically too many times. But that is how it should be. You can hit max level if you do everything, and you'll get there just before the end. Ideal. That's really good spacing, actually. We just happen to be able to go a little bit further, is all. I don't think I want any of this, really. I'm not gonna... Throwing Blades is meant to be good. It hits loads of times, so it activates Hidden Blades, but I don't think I want that. So... I don't want new abilities. Like, I'm happy with the abilities I have, and I don't think that's... Because I can't drop any of those 4, obviously, right? And I don't think I can drop any of those 4 either. So now what we need to look at is picking up... the best passives we can find. Threat reduction. Wow, I generate no threat if I flank. That's interesting. What's this one? I don't need anything that increases my crit chance. You do more damage to enemies that are only lightly injured. So first 20, I do 15% for the first 20%. More damage from elevation, that's not very useful. Alright, I guess we'll start going down this tree here. Pick up some key passives.
There, ahead. An entire camp of Red Templars.
Look sharp. They've got archers on the wall.
I see him. Don't you worry. Believe me, I always see the archer. Sentinel Shadow. He's still there, she just keeps disappearing. I need to keep looting because we've got to keep in mind there's DLC after this, quite a lot of DLC, and we are gonna need money. So it is important that we actually keep looting as we go. I've been kind of slacking already. Go on, guys. Didn't even get involved in that kill. That's all these boys. Guess I'll help out. A little bit.
Were we just attacked by elves?
Uh-huh. But they don't look like any elves I've ever seen.
Perhaps these creatures are the reason few return from the Arbor Wilds.
Oh, master. We're past master at least. Oh, level 4 though. Aren't we on level 3? That might be interesting. Captain Lowen, I don't want grumbling in the lower ranks that our Lord CORYPHEUS handpicked Grey Wardens to be part of his honor guard over his Templars. Our charge is not to understand his will, it is only to obey it. Besides, our master still saw he lost all but a few dozen enslaved Grey Wardens to the Inquisitor adamant. If your soldiers are smart, they'll keep quiet about it. You'll die for what you've done, CORYPHEUS. Has he done anything? I mean, yeah. I think it's going to feel mean, but I think they could have killed off someone. Maybe they still will. But my personal incentive to kill CORYPHEUS, like he attacked our home, he attacked Haven, but that was ages ago. He's felt a little detached from proceedings since then, you know? I haven't felt like any deep desire to hunt him down. I just don't think he's that interesting as a villain, unfortunately. That's okay. I feel that way about most villains, so... Elf! Kill the elf! Weird, bold elf. It's soulless, but angry and red. Oh, I guess soulless is usually angry anyway. You guys go do some things, I'm gonna do some looting. Loads of resources. They really want to make sure I'm locked up on Stormheart in particular, for some reason. I want to see what it is. I want to see if it's level 3 or level 4. Level 4 common, could be. Given where we are. The final zone. Either way, we'll probably need it down the line, so let's make sure we grab it all. Hey guys! Love these little guys. They look like Hoatzins. A little bit. Ruined archways. I've got my triple ultimate and I'm saving it for... Probably saving it for the final boss at this point in time, honestly. It's a big boy hit right there.
Red Templar. I can feel the battle turning. You hear the Maker favors us.
You look pretty cool. Hey guys. Aww. One day they'll be my friend. Why do the ones I love always run away from me? You gonna help or just stand there? I guess I'll get some support. It's just a light show, isn't it? You can't see the goddamn thing. I just know what buttons I'm going to press, and I'm just going to press them. That's all I can do. Doesn't matter what's going on in the world around me. Just click the buttons I need to click, and everything will be fine. If nothing else, I'm going to grab all these resources so we can flog some later on and then buy more Dragon Bone if need be. But maybe we'll get a higher tier resource. Maybe we'll go to tier 5 or something for the rares. Who knows? Who knoweth? I certainly don't knoweth. Thanks, buddy. Will do. Also, don't tell me what to do. I'm kind of your boss, so, you know. Whoa. These elves are bonkers. Look at him go. Flip-flooping around. What a little ninja boy. Go on, Blackwall. That was cool. I'm glad everyone's got nice looking armor. Well, except Varric. I'm sorry, Varric. I tried. I promise. It's funny because me and Varric are wearing the same armor. It's literally I've built the same armor for both of us, not stat wise, but in terms of other things. I was meant to give someone else guard, wasn't I? I completely forgot. And yet it looks so much better on me. It's just because there's obviously a dwarf version and a non-dwarf version, which is cool. That's how it should be. That's what I want to see. But yeah. He's just a little more unfortunate. Hello. I like your hat. Ah! Mate, there's a ninja behind you. Part of the problem is as well, two of us now have hidden blades. I think it's me and Blackwall. I think Blackwall got hidden blades as well. And so every now and then, fairly regularly, there's just a lot of pew 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 and flashing and flying around. Because I activate it 20% of every hit. And then Blackwall activates it 10% every hit. So between us, that's a lot of hidden blades. Thought I'd go help him out. Stormheart for goddamn days, let me tell you. Looks like turkey tail up. It's a type of mushroom. I joined. I don't know why. I don't go mushroom picking. I don't even like mushrooms. I genuinely don't really. I mean, I'm okay with mushrooms. I've learned to sort of accept them in my life, but I'm not a big fan of mushrooms. But I joined a mushroom identification subreddit where people who go exploring for mushrooms or just exploring in the wild in general or find them in the house or whatever post and want to get mushrooms identified. And sometimes it's because, you know, your dog has eaten something that looks a bit funky. Are they going to be okay? Blah, blah, blah. But I just find it really interesting. I'm not really sure why. Oh no, not the knights. Not the knights. Must kill quickly. Must kill quickly. Oh, Senior Warden. Morgan there, throwing out some spells. Okay, looks like we're getting to the temple itself. Ah, woo! Hello, guys. Okay, getting more dramatic. Very cool. Not taking any damage. Everyone's tanked up a little bit. I know, we're giving everyone better gear, which helps.
There. That must be the Temple of Mythal.
I hear fighting ahead.
I'm on my way. Oh no, it's a lot of dead people. That's a lot of dead people.
Namelana Sabanalen.
The wretch mocks you, master.
These are but remnants. They will not keep us from the Well of Sorrows.
Well of Sorrows.
Be honored. Witness death at the hands of a new god.
cannot be.
Across the bridge, now!
Damn, CORYPHEUS kind of gone spooky mode. Let's poor elves.
At last, Mathal's sanctum. Let us proceed before CORYPHEUS interferes.
Hold on. CORYPHEUS mentioned a Well of Sorrows. I thought he was here for an alluvion.
I am uncertain of what he referred to.
Could they be the same? Could Illuvian translate into Well of Sorrows?
No. It seems an alluvion is not the prize CORYPHEUS seeks. Yes, I was wrong. Does that please you? Whatever the Well of Sorrows might be, CORYPHEUS seeks it, and thus you must keep it from his grasp.
I'm rusing me, are you, Morrigan? You are a ruser by nature.
Let's find this well before Corypheus's people do.
I look so cool.
I want to know how Corypheus returned to life. We saw him die.
And his life force passes on to any blighted creature, darkspawn, or Grey Warden.
So that's how the bastard survived, Hawk.
For once, I'm relieved I'm not really a warden.
We'll find a way to stop him once we're done here.
'Tis strange. Archdemons possess the same ability, and still the Grey Wardens are able to slay them. Yet CORYPHEUS they locked away. Perhaps they knew he could do this, but not how.
Questions abound. That seems like a good time to end things, though. So, next video, deeper into the jungle. Find out what this Well of Sorrows is. Have a big yawn. And take down CORYPHEUS. I'll see you lovely folks then. Thank you for joining me. Cheers much up as always. Bye-bye.